Hello, I'm John Steinford. I'm a veterinarian from Victoria, Australia. I've been working on this process for about 10 years. The process application works like this. The jaws clamp the skin quite quickly. The nitrogen is released from the base of that clamp-tented skin, and there's nitrogen rises up on that skin and freezes between 1 and 1.5 seconds. And what that does, it protects the subcutaneous tissues and it protects the muscles below. So it's very specific in the targeting of the cryogenic liquid.
The animal's life is better from this process because it takes away the elimination of DAG contamination on the sheep, urine contamination on the sheep, the advent of flystrike coming in on the animal. We're eliminating all those plethora of problems that we have.
Well, the economic advantage is threefold. A, you don't have to chemically treat for fly risk going forward, putting protection on, so that saves you a process. The second is that you hit markets for the non-mules markets, which is a premium over the others. And the third is you actually have the economic gain of the animal actually gets up and growing at a considerably faster growth than if they'd actually had a traditional mules.
We started a process that we thought we just cannot continue to mules. There was a lot of backlash against mulesing, but also we were finding animal welfare problems. Mulesing was knocking the sheep a little bit too much, and they weren't coming up to our weaning weights like we wanted, which made them harder to manage over summer.
So the advantages we see from this process is the lack of setback that the lamb endures after lamb marking. So they come out of the cradle and they're straight onto their mothers. They're drinking, they're mobile, they're running around as if nothing's really happened to them. Their weight gain continues. They don't miss mother as much. There's no open wounds, so we're not encountering any flystrike issues.
And the advantage long-term wise is that there's no check on them at all. And so once they're going to mum instantly and they're milking and eating normally, that's where the weight gain is actually taking place.
Hi, I'm Angus Hook, working for TNU Wool. I'm the Global Sourcing Manager based here in Melbourne. So TNU would source approximately 70% of their supply out of Australia. Demand from our clients at the moment for non-mules wool is higher than the supply that we can find out of Australia. So every week, if we have demand for specific types from clients, whether they be in China or Europe, being Italy, often we can't find enough wool to meet their demands.
What we've seen in respect to crutching and to shearing, the process gives a nice clean breech and gives a nice clean aspect to the sides of the tail and to the end of the tail, so they're not going to pick up dags. So for the shearers and the crutchers, it's just a really simple process for you.
It's bloodless. Unlike mulesing, it's visually not upsetting. A farmer never has ever enjoyed mulesing, so why would we want to do something that we don't enjoy? For us, really, it's the weight loss or the check from mulesing on our lambs at weaning time, which has also, that's in our back pocket.
Mulesing, going through that process, we probably did a lot of these things just because our father did, or everybody we worked, and that's just what we did. And we accepted. We didn't like it, but that's what we did. But now, having seen that, I would struggle to go back to that process. So I'm now moved properties. I'm managing a different property, and we've ceased mulesing. So as of me arriving, that was it. We won't be mulesing sheep in this business again. We had no deaths between lamb marking and weaning. We had no weight loss between lamb marking and weaning, and then, which is the best stuff. And then on the other side, we saw premiums for our wool. So it was fantastic. I think on the back of an envelope, it was worth $15 a head to us. So to me, the animal won and the farm won. We've got an industry that I think is now sustainable, so it's far better for our sheep. So for the end consumer that's buying one of these, a garment from a farm where they've used an alternative, they know that we've looked after our stock to the best of our ability. So to me, that means a lot for everybody all through the supply chain.
I see this process as the future for our industry. I think you've got to do it. Number one, for the animal. Number two, for us. Number three, our customers don't want it. And number four, the people who are buying our wool, they want to be able to sell their wool without fear or favour. Yeah. It's 100% adoption. You just got to take it on. It ticks all the boxes of approval for me. Like, it's just a win, 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 win. The benefits are everlasting. Once we get those wrinkles area tightened, we can now have sheep that are producing more wool and have the same effect as animals that have been bred for less wool and less sort of bare breech area.
But just let me say that this is a process that is not like mulesing. It's a process that is really humane on the animal, and the results in the animal is not like mulesing, but it gives you really plain breeches. So having a plain breech means you get less dags, you're going to get less fly strike, they're going to be really easy to manage, and as you know, it's a one-time, once-off process.